Hey, folks. Hey, Daniel. All right, India. Bobby Wood Jr., Michael Massey, Salvador Perez, Biggio, first Hanfro, in right, MJ Melendez, Garcia, Isbell for the Royals. Hang coming.
$50,000 to improve your home. Back on popular demand, whether it's $50,000 home makeover sweepstakes has returned. You can't win if you don't get in. Enter in seconds by visiting weatherlightcorp.com.
From a bird's eye view, Wisconsin homes around the state have many similarities. Zooming in on what's below tells a different story. Contact Diggers Hotline 3 working days ahead of your project, and they'll have your yard marked for safe digging. Every time you dig, Diggers Hotline.
This is the legendary Light Meter. This can talk and it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story you're telling. Here's the 50 years of Military.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little.
Yeah.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you could change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. By Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. By Old National Bank. Get old. Tuesday night, American Family Field. Getting ready for Royals and Brewers tonight. Our advanced stat is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. And we've got 2 on display tonight that hit that 2020 season a year ago at age 24 or younger. The golden age of talented young players in the big leagues. And you got 2 of the phenoms in the game right here, Bobby Witt Jr. and Jackson Chourio. That sets us up for a ball game tonight. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Brewers going after win number 1 against the Royals. It's the Brew Crew and the Kansas City Royals. Lineups first pitch coming your way next from Milwaukee.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, the service so good is guaranteed. ACE is the place with the helpful hardware.
Hey there, I'm Travis Frank.
And I'm Alexis Gore.
Join us for exciting adventures and stories from the great outdoors.
Your North Outdoors airs every week right here on FanDuel Sports Network.
Life is defined by moments. In those moments, student athletes at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater shine. With world-class facilities and coaching staff, we set our Warhawk athletes up for success in the classroom, in the community, and in competition. Through our championship culture, we prepare you to make an impact in the future. Learn more more about the Warhawk Athletics family at uww.edu/athletics.
Busy with your crew but need a checkup? Kid wakes up with a fever? We're here for that. Aurora Healthcare makes it simple to get primary care that fits your life. See our virtual options online. Big or small, we're here
Yeah.
for it all.
Baseball is back.
Big moment in the life of that young man right there. 26-year-old Chad Patrick, ready to make his first ever big league start. Big league debut
Yeah.
at Yankee Stadium last Saturday. He is pressed into duty. It's cold outside. Roofs all closed up. Panels are sealed tight. And we are comfortable inside
Yeah.
American Family Field and ready to go tonight. Brian Anderson, Bill Schroeder, and our Emmy Award-winning reporter, Sophia Bennett. There's Matt Potrero. They call him Q. Excellent manager of the Kansas City Royals. Took him to the postseason a year ago. And now his third year as the Kansas City skipper. Let's take a look at his batting order. It's brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Jonathan India coming over from the Reds in a trade. He's their leadoff man. Bobby Witt Jr., Michael Massey, Sal Perez, Kevin Biggio, Hunter Renfroe make up the middle with MJ Melendez, Michael Garcia, and Kyle Isbell. Rounding out the starting nine, that will match up against a minor league star from a year ago, Rock Chad Patrick, hoping to translate that to big league success.
International League Pitcher of the Year. He was an all-star, 26 years old, made his major league debut on Saturday against the Yankees. Made 4 appearances in spring training for the Brewers. He did make 1 start. Picked him up in a trade with the Athletics. That was back in 2023.
Yeah.
Chris Conroy is the crew chief and the home plate umpire. He says, play ball.
He says,
And
play ball.
Away we go as Patrick misses upstairs.
Patrick misses
Second game is
upstairs.
3-game series. It is game 5 of the season for the Brewers. Got swept in New York and then lost yesterday in the home opener. There was another no contest day yesterday for the Brewers. They got down early, 3-0, and we're down 4-0 after 2 innings. Royals won the game 11-1. So the Brewer pitching staff in the last 3 games have allowed 20, 12, and 11 runs.
And a lot of those runs early in the games. Really putting a lot of pressure on the offense.
Yeah.
There's a strike.
That's right.
Not a hard thrower. In 93 and 94, he's got a cut on a changeup.
Had a good chat with Chad yesterday. Actually talked to him a little bit before the game today. And
Yeah.
He's not one of those starting pitchers.
Holy crap. Got
Don't
tick on the
talk
toe.
to me, don't look at me before starts. He was milling around the clubhouse and striking up conversations with whoever was around.
And more that everyday player mentality. You got to love it.
You know who was like that? CC Sabathia. He loved to chat.
Right. Hey, sit on, Jonathan India.
Comes back with 3 consecutive strikes and picks up a strikeout of Jonathan India to start his night.
And 95 with that last fastball, a little bit off the
And
track point.
attaboy, sit on.
And Indy with the big swing coming up empty there. It's a good start for the young man.
One away. And here is Bobby Witt Jr.
Here's Bobby. What, Junior?
And Witt slings one to center field right there.
One and
Hits to retire.
South Wheeler.
Bobby Witt. 2 gone here in the first inning, Rob.
We're going to check out the Landmark Credit Union defense for the crew. We got Yelich, Freeland, and Cheerio on the outfield. Mitchell gets today off. Done at third. Ortiz Terang up the middle. Reese Hoskins at first base. And Eric Cox.
Eric Cox is behind the plate.
This year.
See Eric get a chance to catch today. William Contreras will be off for this one, but available to DH. As Michael Massey takes the ball. Massey with a couple of RBIs. Got some thump in that bat. Doubled yesterday. And had a couple of good-looking swings yesterday, Rock, to the opposite field. This Royals team figures to contend in the American League Central. They were a postseason team a year ago. Lost in the division series to the Yankees. Lost in that best of 5 in 4 games. They've got a good pitching staff. They've got
Ball down low.
And then their ace will be on the mound tomorrow. Cole Reagans against Freddie Peralta.
Brewers have a right-hander on the mound against them today. That's a sight for sore eyes.
Fly ball, foul ball into the seats.
He put it into the seats.
They've had a great improvement from 2 years ago to last year. They're trying to build on that this year. This Royals team added to their bullpen. And Matt Cotrero proving that he is a more than capable manager. Did a great job with this organization. Enduring those tough seasons, a 100-loss season, and then turned it into a playoff season a year ago. Patrick Clouds, Massey misses.
Patrick Clouds, Massey.
A 30-game improvement from 2023 to 24 to something, isn't it? 56 wins in 2023. Made it to the postseason for the first time since 2015. Patrick misses.
Walked him.
Backdoor cutter. Issues his first walk. It's a 2-out base runner.
Going Churio, Yelich. 1, 2, 3. And then Contreras, Frelick, Hoskins, Dunham, Ortiz, and Haas. Now the batters. Salve, aka Salvador Perez. Yelich is 1, 2, 3. Go. That's no damn April Fool's joke.
Really love. And we love sharing our guests. We still have the lemon by hand to order.
We could get to a crispy golden perfection just for you.
For you. For you. So it's crispy outside and flaky inside. Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we're raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Looks like you're getting a $3,200 refund.
That's what I'm talking about. Did she mention that at H&R Block, everyone gets their max refund or their money back?
Plus, we always guarantee
100% accuracy on every return. I love that. And if you ever get a letter from the IRS,
never hurts to be prepared.
we got your back.
Thanks, Tony.
You know what? I can get used to this. We're here.
Switch to H&R Block and get 100% accuracy and your maximum refund guaranteed. It's better with Block.
The most sacred thing in life isn't it's the freedom to choose. Freedom is raw from man's nature and the silence of others. So choose, but choose wisely. Choose what makes you happy. My friends, my family, my work make me happy. This Jeep makes me happy, even though my name is.
Royals fail to score. Chad Patrick works around a 2-out walk, puts a donut on the board to start this one tonight. Now the Brewers coming to bat. Murphy, Ricky Weeks. Ricky was ejected yesterday. And back by Murphy's side here tonight. Here's the lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Bryce Terang in the leadoff spot tonight. Jackson Churio, then Yelich. It is Contreras is the DH, and then Frelick and Hoskins, Oliver Dunn, Joey Ortiz, and Eric Haas. Round out the starting nine against a familiar foe here, former Cincinnati Red, Michael Lorenzen, I should say. Lorenzen was traded from the Rangers to the Royals last year and then signed a free agent deal with Kansas City.
Yeah, his first 7 years in the big leagues were with the Reds. This is his sixth team. Re-signed with Kansas City in the offseason.
A pitch column situation. Sal Perez is working out. Lorenzen could not hear the signals. Now he says we're good. These pitchers have a little earpiece in the brim of their cap, right above their ear. So the catcher pushes the button, sends a signal. There's an actual phrase that comes down: fastball, curveball, slider in.
Put any kind of voice in there.
I wonder whose voice the Royals have in there. Maybe Denny Matthews, the Hall of Fame announcer.
Yeah.
Bryce Terang at that leadoff spot today. Terang with a home run, 3 runs batted in the first 4 games.
And Lorenzen used to rely heavily on the fastball. I mean, he was in the upper 90s, 97, 98. Right now, probably anywhere between, 93, 95. His first pitch was 95. That stood up a little bit more as a starter. Changeup, curveball, cutter.
Terang with a base hit.
Looking about 2. Isbell gets to it quickly, holds Terang to a single.
With the right-hander on the mound, let's see if the Brewers try to run a little bit more. Having to change up that time. Went down and got it. Really good piece of hitting by Bryce to get the offense going. Need to turn things around tonight.
Good start. Patrick put up a scoreless inning. Now Terang is aboard and a major threat to run. Jackson Churio now in the number 2 spot behind Terang today. And Churio takes the ball. Churio had a double and an RBI. He produced the only run in yesterday's home opener. It was 1 for 4.
In the right center, that's his strength.
He drilled that ball too. Hit it over the head of the Speedy Garcia in center field.
Yeah.
You can see the Lorenzen sinking the fastball as well. That was a 2-seamer.
Lorenzen deals. Churio gets under it. Just missed it. Had a big swing.
Just missed it.
And flipped the bottom of the baseball. Puts it away for out number 1. Lorenzen, his last 4 games against the Brewers. It's brought to you by PNC Bank. 0-2 record in 11-plus innings, giving up 16 hits. 10 strikeouts in those last 11 innings. That covers his time with Cincinnati. Then he was a Tiger. And then most recently a Texas Ranger. Hits the mound. Nice play by Witt. Gets the out at second base.
Something else right there. And the shovel pass over to Massey. Threw it right at the back. Massey able to get there and get the out. At second base. What a play. That's our all-state good hands play of the day. Look at this. Little shovel pass. And Massey with his back to first base able to get the out.
Boy, that is a next level play with the glove by Bobby Witt. Man. Yelich a bit unfortunate. That ball hit the slope of the mound. It really took some heat off it. Sent it straight up in the air for Witt to make that play. So 2 men are out. Yelich at first for William Contreras. Contreras, the designated hitter tonight. It's a very familiar rhythm for Pat Murphy. The games that Contreras doesn't start behind the plate, he's typically in there as the DH. He is that.
Which means Eric Haas is going to be in there for 9 innings. No pinch hitting for your catcher late in the game.
I still think Sal Frelick is labeled as the emergency catcher, but it might have changed by now.
Sal's the emergency every position.
He can do everything. He can pitch, he can play third if you need him to. Hockey. Contreras off to a bit of a slow start. Hoping to get that back going a little bit. Speedy Yelich over at first.
Speedy Yelich over at first.
Surgery in the offseason. Yelich is still moving well, running well. Says he feels good, and he's uninhibited too, with no pain in that back.
You need to keep him healthy. You need as many veterans as you can on the field.
1-2 the count.
Ball.
I think Contreras standing right on top of the plate. Notice his back foot, his toe of the back foot is up against the inner line in the right-handed hitter's batter's box.
And more of a close stance as well.
A swing and a miss. And Lorenzen strikes him out with a changeup. Brewers get a leadoff single. Fail to score. We go to the second. Patrick's back on the mound.
Get 11% rebate on everything.
Start your garden off right with quality seeds from Burpee. Choose from over 450 varieties of flowers, vegetables, and herbs. Right now, all Burpee seed packets are on sale. Plus, an 11% rebate. Help maintain the beauty of your yard and garden with help from Yardworks. They offer a variety of hoses, great for any task. Get your garden started with this 50-foot soaker hose for $11.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money in your yards.
This is the legendary right here. This can talk. It tells stories. And if you have one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years military.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
We got a big game coming up. Oh, man!
Back at American Family Field, Chad Patrick making his first career start here in Milwaukee. Needed the 14 pitches to get through that scoreless first inning. And Eric Hoff caught a lot of Chad Patrick last year in AAA on his way to becoming International League Pitcher of the Year. 14 wins for him, a 2.9 earned run average. And Eric Hoff said the best version of Patrick is the one he's got the four seam and the cutter command going. And he said the cutter especially can be a real outlier for him to both-handed hitters in terms
I'll be
of
right back, everybody.
the movement and the shape of that cutter. He said sometimes it can be a shorter movement or it can be a longer movement. He said it could play like a slider sometimes. He said it may even register as a slider. So he has seen the best version of Chad Patrick, and he was also behind the plate when Patrick came in and made his major league debut Saturday in the Bronx. He thought he showed really good composure, showed some confidence. You see him gesturing to him there. Thought he was really impressed with how he handled the situation in a game that was out of hand. And guys, we've got a big group here. His hometown, Hebron, Indiana, 150 miles away. He thought that there were maybe 300 people making the trip here to see him in his first career start. But he said, I only left 20 tickets. So he's got a big group here enjoying it from his family, his grandparents, and his siblings.
Great stuff. And you love stories like this. And at 26 years of age, he's not a young player, but he's young enough. And he got his chance because he earned his chance with his year last year. And so Sophia mentioned he's from this town in Indiana, borders Illinois. It's near Chicago. Easy drive up here to American Family Field. I was talking hoops with him yesterday. He's a big Indiana Hoosier fan, even though he went to school at Purdue University Northwest. Satellite school up Purdue. Ring the bell on the inside corner. Nice comeback sinker. And he picks up his second strikeout as he gets Kevin Biggio.
Yeah, but a good job by Pat Murphy. The familiarity between Patrick and Eric Hoff is going to calm him down quite a bit. So they're used to working together. Hoff knows what he likes to throw. Able to do that verbal communication and calm him down. You saw him do it a little bit already. Well done, Renfro, pouncing on that first pitch. And Ollie Gunn comes up with a chin. But we've seen two excellent defensive plays in this game already.
I'll tell you, between Vinny Capper and Oliver Dunn, I mean, third base has been handled extremely well so far.
Talk about Eric Hoff and Patrick together down the minor leagues, 5 starts in AAA. And with the two of them as the batter, he had 259 earned run average.
And you can see it a little bit in Haas's body language already, just some of these validating nods, like, hey, your stuff's good.
Non-verbal communication is important.
Jay Melendez slugging a miss at a cut fastball, high cutter. 2 quick outs here in the second inning. Spectacular play by Doug. Patrick staying high in that strike zone. That's to Sophia's point, and Haas's scouting report to her. He doesn't have the overpowering fastball, but he can live up in the strike zone.
It plays a lot harder than it actually is, right? Whether it's the release point, the delivery, a little deceiving perhaps, spin rate.
It was originally a draft pick by the Diamondbacks in the 21 draft. Post-pandemic, a fourth rounder. Brewers got it from the A's. And Patrick issues a 2-out walk. So back-to-back innings with 2-out walks. And the Royals have a base runner for Michael Garcia. Garcia back in the infield tonight at third base. It was thought he was going to be the shortstop of the future at one point until Bobby Witt Jr. arrived. He made his first ever start at center field last night or yesterday afternoon, and now he gets his third base start once again where he's more comfortable. He hit a bomb out of here yesterday. 400-plus foot blast off the batter's eye in center field.
Yeah, second inning.
Call.
Like the strike zone so far for Chad Patrick, given a little bit off the edges is Chris Conroy.
Chris is the crew chief of this four-man crew. John Tumpane, Edwin Jimenez, Brennan Miller are the base umpires. The 1-1.
To the count. Off the edges, a little bit up the zone. Striking contrast between yesterday's home plate umpire.
There was a dispute over the strike zone. They got Ricky Weeks ejected yesterday. That was Brennan Miller, who's at third base tonight. 1-2, and the count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First 3 Major League start. Chad Patrick trying to post 2 scoreless innings. Center field, right off the end, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And nobody covering second, trying to retreat. That's up base running by Garcia. And he'll turn that into a hustle double.
They don't think he would have batted anyway. Both second base and shortstop Ortiz Terang going in for the baseball. Nobody at second, so Garcia realizing that, he would cruise on into second base. I guess if anybody should have been there, it would have been Reese Hoskins. Not sure if it mattered.
Tough break for Patrick. Makes a good pitch. Misses the barrel and ends up giving up a 2-out double. So second and third for the number 9 hitter, Kyle Isbell. First ball swinging, fouls it away, fastball right down the middle. Something about his fastball, though, Rock. It's getting all these hitters. You can tell by the swings.
And we saw that yesterday with Bubas, the left-hander from Kansas City. A lot of four-seam fastballs down the middle. The Brewers are having a tough time with it. Maybe the same here. Patrick.
Patrick had 5 appearances in spring training, 4 on the big field, and he is stretched out. I mean, it's not a matter of his endurance tonight. He allowed to go 5 innings, over 80, 90 pitches, just as any starting pitcher would starting a season. The real issue is going to be how he manages the nerves and handles all the pressure.
2 on, 2 out, second inning.
I think his first big league start.
Scoreless first inning is going to go a long way.
Top second.
Get to the top of this batting order.
2-1. Isbell fouls it back to
Foul back.
The guy with all the injuries that trying to prove to himself and the Brewers that he deserves it. Has some more starts.
Well, I like what you said in the open. With injury comes opportunity, and this game is full of stories just like that.
Yeah.
Most famous of which would be Lou Gehrig and Wally Pitt.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get out of a pitcher or a player when they get a chance. 2-2.
2-2.
It stays that way.
Don't stay that way.
All these guys, you make it to this level, they're all alpha dogs. And they've been the best player or pitcher and have had success, especially for Patrick, to be dominant at the AAA level.
And a 14-1 record. I mean, that's no accident.
And a 2.90 ERA last year. Was this badly almost hit Isbell. Diamondbacks traded him to Oakland.
Diamondbacks traded him to Oakland.
The Brewers got him from the Athletics for Abraham Sloan 2 off seasons ago. 3-2, 2 outs. Stays right on him.
Pretty good cut. It was down. Pretty much middle, but
Freeland, Hoskins, and Durham.
And this will be pitch number 8 with the leadoff man, Jonathan India, on deck.
5, 6, and 7 are due up.
A 2-out walk and a flare double. Second and third, 2 outs. And another payoff pitch. Popped him up.
Popped him up. Done. Puts it away. 2 scoreless.
And his friends and family love that. He's got a big crowd here from Indiana.
When you've been injured, trust our team to get you the results you deserve. Call Blue Milwaukee today. Proud of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call.
Tom and Kelly loved their house, except for all the things they didn't love about it. It needed less of this, and none of that. So they came to Landmark Credit Union. We showed them how their dream home was totally doable with a great rate on a home equity line of credit. Getting them set up was a breeze, kind of like the one blowing off their new balcony. Welcome to Home Sweeter Home. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
I know you're going to go. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Well, never mind.
Is it just us, or does the sandwich taste a billion times better when someone else makes it for you? Food for thought. Keep the group at your next gathering content with sweet and savory catering from the Chocolate Factory.
When you want bedtime to be a good time, it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
Chad Patrick with 2 scoreless innings, and now the Brewers coming up. Lorenzen back to work facing South Freeling. Freeling, Hoskins, and Dunn will start this second inning. Remember the old theory that if you were going to play baseball, especially if you were going to pitch, you had to be lean, stay out of the weight room, muscles were counterproductive. Well, Lorenzen didn't get that bit out. He is the opposite of that. This man is jacked. He was a 2-way player at Cal State Fullerton.
Now, there was a time when lifting weights in baseball was a no-no. You weren't supposed to lift weight. That's not good for baseball, not good for throwing or anything like that. Of course, everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
Back when I played in high school and college, we lifted weights like crazy.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, Clemson.
Between puffs on the cigarettes. Up there lifting the dumbbells.
We had mandatory every Monday, Wednesday, Friday weighting.
Yeah, Clemson, that was probably earlier than most. As Freeland with a swing and a miss and a strikeout to start the inning for Lorenzen. Yeah, we did a lot of that. A lot of running. I remember Lorenzen's Reds days before
Yeah.
there was the full-time DH in the National League. I mean, he was not only was he a very good hitter when he was a starter when he pitched, but he was often used as a pinch hitter. And there were times when he would play center field. He would pinch hit, stay in the game. And he could hit. He was a two-way player at Cal State Fullerton. His last plate appearance as a hitter came against the Brewers. That was after the 2021 season, but didn't he hit a couple of home runs against the Brewers? He had a 2-homer game.
Yeah, he can hit. There's no doubt about that. I mean, one of the better hitting pitchers that there was in baseball.
Facing Reese Hoskins, 1-1 the count. And Hoskins is swinging a miss. And it's 1-2. That's the sweeper, that big curveball from Lorenzen.
That was a sweeper, that was. Yep.
The pitch used to go straight down, but in the sweeper era, it does just that. Hoskins was ready for that.
Haskins was ready for that.
High fly ball to center. He got it on the barrel. He just got under it a tad. And Hoskins is
Just a little bit underneath it.
Reese just missed one.
Yeah, sweepers used to be called roundhouse curveballs.
Ha! Roundhouse curveballs.
Then a slider. Doesn't bring as much down as a curveball, somewhere in between the two pitches. And already, look at the different mix of pitches for Lorenzen.
Yeah, it's the whole sink for Lorenzen. Starts with a curveball, the more downer version of that pitch.
Sometimes you wonder if it's just a release point, like a release point. Sometimes guys don't try that. Put the big break on it. Freddie Peralta used to mess around. He would change the grip on a slider and all of a sudden become a sweeper.
Comes back with a changeup and done. Give it an even count. 1-1. Dunn made a great play last inning. Play of the night thus far on a diving snare off the bat of Renfro.
It turns out he doesn't make that play. Kansas City's on the board.
You never know how that inning shapes up. Chad Patrick gave up a walk and a double with 2 outs, able to get out of the inning with no runs.
Yeah.
Royals lost. And the Brewers still looking for their first victory of this season. Team that did not lose 4 in a row all year last year. 3 of the first 4 games have been blowout losses. And Dunn takes a call at strike 3.
Dunn takes the call. Strike.
With a couple of Ks, he's got 3 now. It's a 3 down second. We are scoreless. Chad Patrick's back on the mound for the 3rd.
India, Wet, and Massey. 1, 2, 3. And if anybody gets on, it's Salvi.
There's no such thing as bad weather. In the all-new Nissan Kicks with intelligent all-wheel drive.
Get kicks starting at just $21,830. One of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And And let's not forget those barbecues you're planning detailed for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Stream every out-of-market game live on demand with MLB.tv, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Patrick starts with a strike on Jonathan India as we go to play in the third inning. Scoreless game here at American Family Field. Brewers have one hit. That was Terang to lead off. Near the bottom of the first. That's been it. And he had a foul ball, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
This thing between innings, I lift my microphone up.
Yeah.
And I
to clear the mechanism.
Just to make sure that I didn't say anything that was going to go over the air. You know, you don't want to do that.
Probably safe thing to do.
Yeah, and I forgot to pull it down when I started to read.
That's the problem.
There's a little bit of a pause there.
That's a dramatic pause, I thought.
Just figured I'd explain it.
India pops it up. Right off
India popped it up.
Is there. He's got it. Jonathan India is retired. We're standing on here in the third inning.
One down.
He's been able to retire the leadoff hitter in the first three innings. That's always a good thing. Makes your job getting through an inning a little bit easier.
Brings up Bobby Witt Jr. Who do you think you're going to assign to remind you to pull your mic post out?
I don't think we'll do it anymore.
Rock has everybody that Rock comes in contact with has something they have to remind Rock about.
Yeah.
There's the medication person. There's the here's what the opening's going to sound like person. There's the mic person. There's the clothing person.
Is there anything in my teeth or not?
There's the general hygiene person. That's a bad job. That's the worst of the jobs.
No comment.
They handles all of them. Maybe Dom can step in and he'll be your mic post person.
All right.
Pull in on him.
All right, one more inning.
He's got a lot going on between innings. So he's a heavy poster. What do you want to miss?
Swing and a miss.
Takes a big cut and a cut fastball.
Cut fastball.
And the count evens at 2-2.
Count evens at 2-2.
Chad Patrick trying to settle in here.
Yeah.
A couple of runs, both earned in one inning at Yankee Stadium. Can't imagine what that feels like to make a major league debut, but then to do that at Yankee Stadium of all places.
They gave up a home run
against that lineup
at Yankee Stadium. You know, 9 they hit that day.
A day to forget, for sure. Oswaldo Peraza.
Day to forget. A day not to. Yeah, well, that too. A day not to remember.
One of the game's great players right here, Bobby Witt Jr.
Led the big leagues in batting average a year ago.
332. 32 homers as well. Stole 30 plus bases. He leads out on one. Base hit in the right center.
Base hit on one.
For two, before the throw comes in. And Witt, who can fly, hustles his way to a double. And that's how you lead the league in hitting.
Bobby Witt Jr. double.
What a bad pitch. He just reached out and dumped it in the right center. That was a cutter that was off the plate. That wasn't even a strike. And he's able to get back on it. Gets Frelick running toward the right field, and because of that, he takes the extra base. It's good heads-up base running.
He's got a great feel for the game. He knows Frelick is going to
completely turned to get to a right-handed throw. And fastest players in the big leagues in the second with a double. Measure speed in the major leagues by feet per second. And anything above 27 is fast. Bobby Witt is a 30 feet per second runner. Elite, beats the other elite. Yeah, beats the other bit. Get slowed down. It just tells you he's a head first slider. And to make sure he doesn't spread those fingers apart as he gets to the base. That's why they use that oven mitt. Michael Massey with a runner at second, one away. Let's strike him there.
First pitch, drive.
I wonder about those oven mitts. You know, the guy slides head first. I mean, how far past the fingers is that oven mitt? Right? You can buy a little extra turf. Yeah. Is there a more official name than oven mitt, or is that sliding pad or sliding over? I got calling it oven mitt. That's what it looks like. It does. They've gotten a lot more sophisticated. Yeah, there's a lot more length on that oven mitt than the other hand. I'm with you now. I see your conspiracy.
Go inside.
Beetle bat conspiracy, right? But I do like the. Look how long it is. I mean, the end of that oven mitt touches third base. I mean, that hand's not even close. I mean, is that in the rule book? How long could an oven mitt be? Too much longer than left-handed. That feels like something that needs to be evaluated. You're on to something, partner. Yeah, well, it's a game of inches, you know. Have you heard that? I mean, that's a big difference. That's 5 inches, right? The fielder's glove can only be so big. Bats have specifications. Yeah, that's going to be what, 42 inches? But oven mitts, I don't think there's any jurisdiction on them right now. I'm going to call the league office tomorrow. You don't have 2-2 to Massey. Jammed it.
2-2 to Massey.
I'm sure the umpires in New York that are watching this game, you know, for reviews, they might be listening to it. They're probably going, you know, those guys make a great point. Right. As usual. Like, oh, I'm right now. Highly unlikely they're saying that. We always offer our services every night.
First, this engagement.
It's a full-blown conspiracy. Massey clicks that one foul.
Massey clicks that one foul.
Massey getting to start at second once again today. And a right-handed starter on the mound. Excellent young hitter. And
Osman didn't look good.
Yeah, that has been called a strike at times tonight. At that time. 3-2 the count to Massey. And hits that one hard. Right at Yelich.
Right at Yelich.
Two gone now. Witt still at second.
Salvador Perez. Mound visit.
We do have a base open at first. We have Biggio due next. But he's a lefty. Perez right-hander, but this guy's been in this spot 1,000 times in career. Forward yesterday. One of the faces of this Royals franchise, one of their all-time great players. Not only with the bat, he's had some huge offensive years, but he's always been a terrific defender. He's not
Ball outside.
he once
That was
was.
a cutter.
He had a string of gold gloves there for a while. He used to play every single day, just about. Not anymore. Just got to be careful here. Or second, 2 outs. And a foul out play.
Foul out play.
Yeah, he turned on a fastball up and in like yesterday. Then to get it inside the foul pole. So he does have the hands that are quick enough at his age to be able to get to that pitch. He's in pursuit of 300 career home runs. 26 shy of that after his home run yesterday. A big swing. Cutter again. He got him on a
Cutter again.
Pop up to left field.
That would be not good. If you're a Warriors fan.
With great speed at second base.
Wet, good speed at second base.
A big chopper. Plenty of time for Doug. Lines it up. Makes the play. Chad Patrick with 3 scoreless innings.
Ortiz.
Can get the bats going a little bit here. No score at American
Pace
Field.
and Lang.
Let's move forward. Let's bring every ounce out of today and demand more of tomorrow.
Let's share what we know.
Spread what we see.
To compel innovation.
Yeah, yo.
Drive
baseball.
For the big
the small for my community.
Oh.
Always advancing. We'll see how great life here can be. A family holiday that actually involves how it should be. The Hyundai Santa Fe.
I'll be right back. I can take a shower.
Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
We're back at American Family Field, the Brewers' first homestand of the season, and our time now to check in with Rick Schlettner, the Brewers' president of business operations. And Rick, it is great for fans to finally get a chance to see the team first homestand. There are going to be so many giveaways coming up throughout the season, 17 of them, a number of theme nights, 3 bobbleheads coming up this season. You're modeling one of the first giveaways here. Great model per usual. But Saturday, the light blue Brew Crew hoodie. Tell us about Saturday and the tickets available.
Reds here for a big series. First 25,000 fans will get the lightweight hoodie. It's comfortable. I'm wearing it. With this weather, you need it. So maybe we should make it a little warmer, but it should be good. And then hockey night Thursday against the Reds. This is the nice warmer version, and it's a theme night, so it's a special ticket offer. And Roscoe, the Admirals mascot, will be here. The Admirals players will be here, so chance to mingle with some of the hockey guys and get some nice wearables.
Yeah, great collaboration between the Milwaukee Admirals, the Brewers. This will be Thursday, theme night, hockey night, and then Saturday, your Brew Crew hoodie, the first 25,000 fans as the Brewers welcome in the Cincinnati Reds. Rick, and just some other highlights for fans as they're coming to American Family Field for the first time this season.
Well, they've got to check out the new food truck alley in left field. It was mobbed yesterday, opening day, and Italian food, steak sandwiches, gelato, tacos, the best of the food trucks. So that's been a popular spot. And don't forget 33 Market All Annex for Mediterranean food and barbecue.
Next time, could you bring us something from the food trucks?
I may do that.
Okay. All Guys, we gotta hit the food trucks.
I mean, we're quality assurance checks, Sophia. We can't speak about things we have not enjoyed. I'm sure it's good. That's what I hear.
You like Mediterranean food? Of course. It's good for you this day, right?
Olive oil. On the way for Eric Haas now, number 9 hitter. And hits that one deep.
His first home run of the season. And he's something. He always seems to do something to help the team, not just behind the plate, but when he came up with some big hits last year for the Brewers. First at bat, tonight, and the New York. There's no doubt about a changeup. 419 will be good for him. But better than life. A moment like that for your backup catcher.
He's navigating a young pitcher through his first major league start and puts him in front with a home run. And a no doubter. Haas has big power, especially to right and right center. That time he got out ahead of a changeup and yanked it out of here. Nice catch by the fan up there, and a celebratory dance after he made the play.
Yeah, that was a nice catch.
Reminded me of the happy youngster back then, right?
Remember that?
Making that catch.
County Stadium.
Teray with one away.
Had a nice chat with Haas around the batting case today. That change up down and in. He goes down and gets it. First of the year, our Powerball home run count for Eric Haas gives the Brewers a lead.
Bring your glove rewarded. Powerball home run count number 1. First home run at home this season. And it comes from Eric Haas. First home run of the year from Vinny Capra. First home run by Haas. Terrain looking for the left. Oh, beautiful piece of hitting. Terrain thinking about 2. They'll hold up range. Good play in left field by India.
That's just a beautiful at bat. I mean, pressing your hands, waiting back, letting that ball get into the hitting zone and just throwing their hands at it. They pull it in the left. Terrain was 2 for 2 tonight. That base hit to center, that one to left field. You can't do it any better than that. That's perfect. Getting on top of it, make sure you don't pop it up.
Second hit of the inning. Runner at first, a speedster in Teray with Jackson Churio at the plate. Who was their first base coach, Julio Bourbon, giving the numbers to Teray. Churio with a couple of RBIs on the year, including one yesterday. That started in all 5 games. He was the DH yesterday. His first 3 starts in the left. Gave him a half day off, they call it in baseball, when you're the DH. And Churio starting in right field tonight. It's up with the right center base. To right return to third. He's on his way to third. Jackson Churio. A single. First and third, one away. Brewers with their third hit of the inning.
Yeah, how about that approach right there? Just like Teray, taking it to the opposite field. Trusting the hands. I mean, that's Jackson Churio at his best right here. Fastball right down the middle, up. And waiting back, not trying to pull it, and hits it hard in the right. It's great speed. It goes down over the third base.
Brewers trying to cash in with a big inning. Churio a threat to run himself. And now it's Yelich at the plate. Yelich hit the ball sharply his last time up. It was right back up the middle. It hit the slope of the mound. And then Bobby Witt had a great play on, picked it on a short hop, and then got the force out at second base. Big chopper. Howard at second, and safe for first. Throw goes into the dugout, so a run will score. And Yelich will be awarded second base.
Yeah, no way you can turn two on you, Christian, on a ball like that. A couple of hops. Runs too well. A little bit of a head start in the left-handed batter's box. And able to drive in a run.
It'll be a fielder's choice, an RBI, and an E6. They get Yelich to second base. 2-0 Brewers here. 2 runs on 3 hits. Yelich now at second in scoring position for William Contreras. Contreras, a strikeout victim his first time up.
Contreras had a huge spring. He was swinging the bat extremely well off to a slow start in the regular year. He's best when he's going to the opposite field. Let's see if he can do it.
Yelich will be off with a crack of the bat, and that's a strike right on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Lorenzen. First start of the year for Lorenzen. Royals go back to their ace tomorrow at Reagan's. Brewers have their ace on the mound tomorrow in Freddie Peralta. 2-1. Just outside. 2 balls, making 3 balls, 1 strike. Well, Contreras. Lorenzen pitched out the bullpen in the playoffs for the Royals last year. Took the loss in game 1 of that division series against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium.
Like they had that one back. Right down the middle. Tell you when Contreras is going good, he's not going to miss that pitch.
Right. Little fastball. Yelich goes. Contreras takes a ball. That's going to be a stolen base for Yelich. So it's a walk to Contreras. Credit Yelich with a steal. And now first and third with 2 outs for Sal Frelick. It's an awkward play. Yelich. Such a big jump. I think for a moment he thought he was in no man's land. And a threat to be picked off, but Lorenzen came to the plate. Yelich kept going. Frelick on the first pitch, drops in foul. And that is going to be a play. Well, we're all behind the dugout. He's off. Wait, uh-oh. No, it's going to go down.
It's got a walk to come up to the fence.
I always wonder if that's distracting for a hitter. Maybe the only reason not to go. Well, Contreras draws a walk. Brewers set up to add on here. 2 runs are in. Perez makes a nice play back there. He is a brick wall behind home plate.
Good pick.
Always has been.
Soft hands. He catches all the time. Catching on one knee. Trying to knock those pitches down with their glove instead of blocking it.
That gold patch on his chest protector and on his glove. Multiple gold gloves in his career. He's a mountain of a man. Bill Schroeder-sized catcher. Not many catchers look eye to eye with you, Rock.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
See if Frelick can deliver here. 2 balls and a strike. And it's 3-1. Lorenzen's starting to miss upstairs quite a bit.
This guy only 53 as he works here in the 3rd inning. Can't imagine he's tiring at this point. A lot of times when you're missing upstairs, that's the first sign you got to get tired.
Or you could say he's muscling up. Frelick on the ground, backing up is Garcia, and he'll make the play to end the inning. Brewers get a pair, though. They have a lead. And it is the catcher, Eric Haas, strikes for his first home run of the season. A no-doubter into the bleachers and left. He got him dancing early. 2-0 Brew Crew. We head to the fourth.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
Holders, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we're raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining build Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Eagle, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Hardware, folks. Game reset brought to you by Spectrum. Eric Haas opens up the scoring. Home run with one out in the third. Brewers add one more on the Yelich RBI. And Chad Patrick back on the mound to start his fourth inning of work, pitching with a lead now. Many Brewer pitchers have had the good fortune to say that this year. Not many Brewer starters have gone into the fourth inning. He is somewhat stretched out as a starter, Chad Patrick, knowing that he would maybe fill this role at some point. But this is technically a bullpen game, just as it was yesterday. Patrick's last spring training start, Rock, he threw 59 pitches. That was against the Athletics. He went 3 1/3 innings in that game. A high, towering fly ball, foul ball, and that'll end up in the seats. And Vigil way out in front of that one. And since it is a bullpen game, the Brewers have an extra arm down there tonight. After Uribe, he served his suspension. That is a big arm to get back. Fully loaded at the back of the bullpen. The Brewers have an excellent bullpen once again this year, with McGill as the closer. And you're going to see that whole crew tonight, the A-pin, the high leverage relievers.
Yeah, especially when you have Freddie Peralta going tomorrow, you figure you're going to get some decent innings out of Freddie, at least you hope.
1-2 to count on Kevin Biggio. We don't have to go too far back in the memory banks to remember games right here in Milwaukee with his dad as a Houston Astro. Now the Suns are coming to the big leagues. Patrick just powers him up with a fastball, a high fastball. It looked like it may have been out of the strike zone, and Biggio strikes out, third K for Patrick.
And that's been a bit of a liberal strike zone, so they just need to protect the plate. That was pretty close. Biggio comes up empty, swings underneath it. Good pitch.
First ball swinging, Renfroe. Foul pop, playable. Tom puts it away. Renfroe has seen 2 pitches in this game. And is 0 for 2. Dunn robbed him of an extra base hit last time.
gone. Here's MJ Melendez. Melendez walked his last time up. First 2 innings, Patrick had 2 out walks in each of the first 2. Got out of it with no runs. Melendez, what's the that one foul? He's got a quick bat.
Yes, he does. Cutter in on his hands. Just a loud strike.
Well, it's 2 down. Two nothing Brewers as we play in the 4th. Chad Patrick trying to post 4 scoreless. 2 outs. And Melendez down a ball and 2 strikes. Inside. Look at Haas back here.
Yeah, he liked it. He wanted to play, maybe something off speed here.
Move those feet, right? Pitchers are always trying to change the eye level of hitters. They want to get them locked in. Goes up and away this time. Melendez doesn't bite on it.
Hey, hitters will tell you it's a lot more difficult to cover in and out than it is up and down in the strike zone. Can boat in and out.
I always love when Haas catches. He's so engaged in the game. That all catchers are, but he really shows it in his body language. He must be a great guy to pitch a game with. You get that instant feedback.
Patrick, the ball strolls off the mound.
And now approval from his catcher. His family's loving this. Chad Patrick making a name for himself. Just when the Brewers needed most. 4 scoreless with 4 punch-outs. 2-0 Brewers.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. Make it up a payday at Pizza Ranch.
And now you have a better game plan for your retirement.
With all of life's curveballs, your travel budget is still steady.
Dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy. I want them to know when I'm sad. And I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings that bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're going to remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're going to figure it out together.
2-0 Brewers. We head to the home 4th. And Michael Lorenzen back on the Kansas City mound. Reese Hoskins will lead off. Hoskins, Oliver Dunn, and Joey Ortiz coming up. Road Crew with 2 runs in the 3rd on 3 hits. RBIs from Yelich and the home run from Haas. Yelich also had a steal. Hoskins rips one to the left, but right at India. Tough break for Reese. Hit that on the nose. Nothing to show for it. One away.
Yeah, synced her up a little bit, and he just turned on it.
It left the bat over 107 miles an hour.
Right at Jonathan India. Tough break. That's a hang with him right there.
Yes.
That's your hitting coach telling you they can't do any better than that. But you know what? I'd rather have a flare.
They say they all leave it out. I don't believe them.
No.
Oliver Dunn, the swing and a miss. So Dunn has impacted this game with his glove already.
that third base platoon with Benny Capra, left-right platoon. Royals have a left-hander, Cole Reagans, tomorrow. See Capra back in there. Chad Durbin down in AAA. Similar physiques, Dunn and Capra and Durbin. Joey Ortiz, Brewers have cornered the market on the small, scrappy types with some sneaky pop in their bat. Those are my favorite players for obvious reasons. Yeah. I know how you're partial to the oversized catchers. I like the small, scrappy types. It's done. Strikes out. 2 gone here in the fourth. Gives us a chance to hear a quick word from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Two gone for Joey Ortiz. Everyday shortstop for the Brewers now. Bouncer foul. I noticed you use oversized catchers instead of big. That's right. Plus size. Early season struggles from the ball dude. It's okay. It's a little cold out. He's got to keep it in front. That's what he did. That's all we asked him to do. Keep it in front. Is that what you're going by these days? Plus size? I mean, you've always been plus size. It's not like you're fitting in the back of it.
Not as sluts as I used to be.
Yeah, I've dropped a few. Yeah. Nice. Or did you just buy bigger clothes?
Yeah, a little bit of that too. Like a baggy.
Jim Bouton rule. Get a tan and buy bigger clothes. Everybody thinks you lost weight and you're healthy. The 1-2. And Lorenzen comes back with a 3-up, 3-down inning with a couple of strikeouts. Brewers lead 2-0. We go to the 5th inning.
Spring starts with savings at the Home Depot.
What are you working on? Starting off with a clean slate.
I'm starting to love my yard again. These work well in the sun. Perfect. Start your spring with early saving at the Home Depot.
In baseball and personal injury law, winning matters. And at Gruber Law says we fight and we win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
This is the legendary light beer. This can talk and it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
All right, we're back inside the Blaze. Brought to you by Freighter to the Medical College of Wisconsin.
Yeah, just pounding the strike zone. He's walked a couple, given up a couple of extra base hits, but other than that, he's been terrific. First strikeouts on his line, and he's been showing the poise that you were hoping that he would show. A young man making his first major league start here in Milwaukee at a time when the Brewers really needed him to extend himself a little bit tonight.
You can really feel that combo as Michael Garcia lines one right center. Slick is there. Got a great jump. Garcia hit that on the barrel. Frelick, the Gold Glove Award winner from a year ago, runs it down for out number one.
Now, just as he's approaching the warning track, doesn't seem like the ball's carrying all that well tonight. The ball looked like it was going to be going a little bit further than that, but Frelick able to make it look easy out in the center.
6 in a row retired by Chad Patrick. And that brings up Kyle Isbell. Isbell, drive right field line. It is hooking. It is a foul ball.
Wow, that was close. And World's going to take a look at that one. That was close. Almost able to tuck it inside the foul pole.
No real argument for Isbell.
Ball was crushed.
Does the ball disappear? No. You can see it in front of that ball. It ricocheted so hard. Yeah, it disappears on that angle, which tells you it's a foul ball. Long, loud strike. I'll tell you, that's what you like about Jack. Right back in there. Right back in there with a pass.
Yeah.
Love it. Guy's got some moxie to him. Right back in there again. If you can command the inside corner, it's known as the glove side for a right-handed pitcher. It opens up everything else for you.
You got to get it up in the zone, though. Not a good pitch.
Oh, close one. Yeah, it makes the ball look good.
Rather miss just a little bit up the edge and get too much of a plate with it.
That's quite a take by Isbell.
Full.
Had to be, right?
Look inside.
2-2. Tried to back to a cutter. And now the count goes full. You see the game plan here. It's fun to watch Chad Patrick and Eric Haas start to dive into a sequence.
If he goes back inside, it's Isbell going to be looking in there.
Started the sequence inside, early in, late away. Now let's see what he has in mind. 3-2 the count. And he got that's as good as it gets right there.
I think he was looking inside, wasn't he? 2 pitches off the outside corner. He says, he's coming back in, but he cuts one right on the outside edge. That is a beautiful sequence. Good job by Eric Potts. Good execution by Chad Patrick.
Well, that is a thing of beauty. 7 in a row now for Patrick. Is extremely full contingency from Indiana. Making themselves heard here. He's got, as Sophia reported, over 300 people in the ballpark tonight. Gets ahead of India. Starts him on the outside corner. Just peppering those corners right now. India's 3rd time around. Sunday, India was hit in the face by Emmanuel Flase. India hits that one sharply in the left center. Extra bases for India. That's going to go to the wall, and India will pull up range at second base. It's a 2-out double. There's not even a strike. India was in swing mode and hit that one above the strike zone in the left center.
Yeah, cut her that time. Up right down the middle of the plate. They got jammed a little bit on it, but they would have put it in a good spot. I guess not jammed, but down on the handle just a touch.
Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be intentionally walked. Brings a lefty to the plate, Michael Massey. And decision time here for Pat Murphy. No brainer here.
Yeah,
Witt's one of the great players in the game.
Their respect. And a tying runs on first base.
Murph's going to play matchup here. They can't do any more than Chad Patrick did today. Second big league appearance, his first ever major league start. Battled the nerves, answered a tough outing in his major league debut, and he is going to exit to a nice hand. Deserve that. Welcome to the big leagues. What a day tonight for Chad Patrick.
Some like them on an ice cream sandwich. Eat them how you like them.
Pop-Tart, crazy! You guys sitting next to your girl on a kiss cam.
This game just got a lot more interesting.
Sure.
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. So, so get off stage, save money, and be better protected from bailout. Yeah, like me.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smart. High-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelly Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $269 per month lease or 3.99% APR on a 2025 HRV all-wheel drive LX.
Get an 11% rebate on your next outdoor project. Now at Menards. Redefine your landscape with beautiful concrete blocks. Menards has the largest in-stock selection, ready to take home today. Plus, get pre-designs fast using our easy do-it-yourself landscape program in-store or on Menards.com. Right now, 16-inch patio blocks are on sale for only $2.99 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Pat Murphy having a good chat here with Chad Patrick. Great job today. We're hoping to get 3-4 innings out of him. Got 4 2/3. No runs at this point. 2 on. Still his responsibility. And Jared Koenig, our Gruber Law Offices, 1 call. That's all called to Ben. Big spot in the game here. Michael Massey, heavy hitting left-handed batter. The Royals with speed to burn on the bags with India and Witt.
Yeah, last saw Koenig in a game that was Sunday against the Yankees.
Got to get a big out. Well, this 2-out rally by the Royals, a double and an intentional walk. And that was just off the plate 96 with the fastball.
Thrown across his body, making it tough on lefties.
Koenig was one of those arrival stories last year. Not sure what he was going to be. But he made it to the big leagues. Turned out to be one of the Brewers' best. Put that fastball by him. Massey laid on it, fouls it away.
Koenig ended up going up and down 4 different times last year, but he had a really good season.
Think of him as a net. He is not, though. This year was his first career opening day roster spot. The 1-2. Over foul ball. Yeah, now you can relax.
He's going to sleep pretty well tonight.
Spend some time with the Brewers ace, Freddie Peralta. That's a good spot in that dugout.
Heck of a job tonight.
One ball, 2 strikes. Koenig looking for the foot away pitch. 2 on, 2 outs. And a fastball misses 97. Massey walked in the first. And then he flew out to left field.
2-0. Boku.
Here comes a 2-2.
2-2.
Doesn't budge.
Doesn't budge.
Get the bite on those outside fastballs.
I'll tell you one right here, you don't want to deal with Perez.
No. 2 out, 2 on.
Matchup, that's
3-2 straight hits.
Runners will get a head start.
Both one of them get a head start.
2-0 Brewers in the 5th. And the inside move.
The good old inside move.
Big Bat looms large next. A better matchup for Kansas City. Runners go on the ground. Nice easy hop. And Hoskins to the bat to end the inning. Koenig does the job.
King does the job.
Bonus outing for Chad Patrick. 2-0 Brewers as we head to the whole fifth.
Get an 11% rebate on your entire post spring building at Menards. For over 65 years, Menards has been the destination for post spring buildings. Whether it's for protecting equipment or you just need a place to keep your toys, Menards has the post spring building for you. Right now, save big money on white and bright white pro rib steel roofing and siding. 100 square feet is just $79.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Ah.
Hey there, I'm Travis Frank.
And I'm Alexa Score.
Join us for exciting adventures and stories from the great outdoors.
New North Outdoors airs every week right here on FanDuel Sports.
Okay, little Wendy's hack. If you want a super fresh, high quality burger every time, tell them you want a hamburger. That's a hack, right? No? A hack-free burger made fresh for you? Gotta be Wendy's.
Take you back to the third StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Eric Haas launched one out of here. And he's on the first pitch here. He hits a bullet right back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen makes a nice play. And out number one on the first pitch of this fifth inning. The finishing result of that long home run by Eric Haas put the Brewers on the board first. Change up down and in. Knocked it out of here, giving the Brewers a lead. Always seems to do something to help you win. Eric Haas. A 1-3 put out, and here comes Bryce Terang with 2 hits today. You know how you describe Eric Haas? He's a ball player. A gamer. Just does things that help you win. I mean, little things.
Strike right there.
Comes up with big hits, got a great attitude, which a backup catcher has to have. Not going to play a whole lot. Detroit guy. Lives in Detroit in the offseason. Not afraid of those Midwest winters. Slow roller, going to be a top play. Witt reaches down, throws the first in time. Bobby Witt, excellent play. This guy's next level. Every facet of the game. See where he ends up. He's in the hole between first and second. It's kind of watch him spin his body to get in the throwing position. A little flip of the wrist and a good throw to first. You face his dad at all? Was he around? He started his career in the late 80s with the Texas Rangers pitcher. You take him deep, nasty. I doubt it. If he had a hard sinker, I doubt it. No, he did. Bobby Witt had a long career. Yeah, he did. 16-year career in the majors.
Yeah.
The father. Churio down in the hole 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. Churio looks at one away. Jackson had a single his last time up. That was in the third. Brewers scored 2 runs in that inning. Bullpen is quiet for the Brewers. Jared Koenig will be going back out after getting out of the 5th inning. Doing inning plus 2 innings. And now the Brewers are into that bullpen, their strength. Anytime the Brewers can get to their high leverage bullpen, late bullpen with a lead, started them a little earlier than you'd like tonight, but only because Chad Patrick was making his first start of the year. And even though he stretched out to make a start, not quite stretched out to the point where you want to 10 feet.
286 pitches. That's a pretty good start for him.
Building off his last spring training start, which was 59 pitches. There's Abner Uribe. Great to have him back.
And I figure he's going to get some work tonight.
4-game suspension. He is back and ready to go tonight. The Brewers, remember, when the player is suspended, you have to play shorthanded. So they have been a man short for 4 days. We've got that behind them. 3-2. And Churio strikes out, and Lorenzen with the rebound here after a 2-run third. He's retired 7 straight. He's got 6 Ks, but the Brewers lead 2-0.
Brewers lead 2-0.
The DQ freezer is opening again for our 85th birthday to bring back our most wished for blizzard flavor. It's the confetti cake blizzard treat, filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. Don't be late to the party. Grab yours before the DQ freezer closes.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something? Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm gonna go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket. Can I come? Only room for one.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it was gonna all work out. Thanks, future me.
My name's Stacy. I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020.
We were adopted in 2019.
And we were adopted in 2021.
We had a house, and it sounds crazy, but it wasn't a home. The one thing that Jake and Emma brought is it became a home.
When I met Dakota, he had just turned 14.
You weren't there for the first this and the first that. I missed the first words, but we got a lot of other firsts.
Watching her say, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I got my license," and she's like, "I got it," and I'm like, "Girl."
See them grow. It is.
They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Them.
You and you. Kids in the middle. What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete, but it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. And Opening Week presented by PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Underway here in the 6th, Jared Koenig. That on the mound, he got the last out, stranding 2 runners to end the 5th inning. And then starts a clean inning with Salvador Perez, Kevin Biggio, and Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah, basically.
And our first complete game of the year in the big leagues tonight. Nathan Eovaldi, it was 3rd career shutout. He pitched what is known as a Maddox, we call it now.
Less than 100 pitches.
Yeah, you go the distance, less than 100 pitches. What a performance.
How many?
9 innings, 8 strikeouts. And Eovaldi beat the Reds on 99 pitches. So
99 pitches.
don't see that very often anymore.
You compare that to what Chad Patrick did today.
4 2/3, 86 pitches.
But Patrick really threw well.
And needed when the Brewers needed it most. Let's take nothing away from Patrick.
Right. I just
adding some shine to Eovaldi.
in perspective of what he was able
Here we live, all. Let's go, Brewers.
What about picking up your team? He did that tonight.
Sal Perez 0 for 2. 2-2. Brewers looking for their first win of the year. They're starting the season 0-4. playing more like themselves tonight. Rennes hits that one sharply to right. And Chorio!
Outside Chorio!
That is not an easy play. Down there, Jackson Chorio crashes into it. And out number one is a
Out
Murray here.
number one.
Just hope that he didn't hurt that wrist. I mean, it looked like he rolled the wrist after he crashed into the fence.
Yeah.
Our PNC Bank slow moment. Slow motion for Jackson Cheerio and the cat watch the glove. Rolls the wrist a bit. Well done. One away brings up Kevin Biggio. Brewers tinkering with their outfield alignment tonight. Actually, Mark Canna's batting for Biggio. I beg your pardon. Canna. Pinch hitting for Biggio. Garrett Mitchell gets the night off. Churio at right field with Yelich in left. And Frelick in center. Jam shot. Little roller out to Ortiz. Slip fielding shortstop. Makes the play for out number two.
Come on in.
Churio will always play left unless Yelich is playing in the field. So if Yelich is DHing or has the day off, he'll go to left. But I do think Pat Murphy likes the idea that these guys can play all over. Yelich is the only guy that won't move around in the outfield. Frelick could play all three positions.
And good to have Frelick and Garrett Mitchell and Blake Perkins when he's healthy. Three guys can play center field.
Perkins on his way back. We're doing baseball activities right now. Injured earlier this spring. Took a foul ball off the leg. Abner Uribe ready to go. See if Katie can get through the sixth inning. Uribe, but then start the seventh clean with the bottom of the order. Jared Koenig trying to give Pat Murphy multiple innings here.
He's going to get at least another hitter. Melendez is on deck. He's a lefty.
Me, Kenneth, how are you? I'm doing good.
0 for 2.
I'm doing good. Another baseball game.
A strike.
And now for a strike.
First two trips to the plate, Renfroe swung at the first pitch.
If he's just coming in,
Hit by
the Bulls catcher tonight hit a 2-1 bomb.
Close pitch. Ball 4. Looked like
Ball 4.
Flinched a little bit behind the plate.
I don't know, 1-4 is on first.
But a 2-out walk.
I think Spears going to take him out a good hitter's pitch.
MJ Melendez is up to
See a little
bat.
He wanted to. I thought he was just in the lawnmower crank. Thinking about it. There's Koenig though against the lefty and a spinner.
Spinner.
Renfroe stays put. Last year, Melendez against lefties hit just 164.
I will. I think that's coming up. I was just doing a second opening one of the. Ooh, hit him.
Koenig hits the lefty.
Yeah, I want to do that.
No, this
Can't do that.
Tightened up a little bit with a 2-out walk and a hit batter to a left-handed hitter.
I'm not sure if you're
Can't hit him.
ready yet, but I guess he is. Here he comes.
Here comes a pitching change.
There's the 6th inning.
Hey, but here's the good news, Kenneth.
That'll burn hit.
At least baseball is back.
A pitch away from getting out of this.
You gotta agree with that.
And capping off a clean inning in the third. Instead, he's going to have to turn it over to his bullpen mate. So we'll see the season debut of the flamethrower, Abner Uribe. He is coming on to face Michael Garcia, power hitter. Big spot in the game when we come back.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now in the door. Start your garden off right with quality seeds from Burpee. Choose from over 450 varieties of flowers, vegetables, and herbs. Right now, all Burpee seed packets are on sale. Plus, an 11% rebate. Help maintain the beauty of your yard and garden with help from Yardworks. They offer a variety of hoses, great for any task. Get your garden started with this 50-foot soaker hose for $11.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money in your lives.
We said we'd never get into a meltdown.
Mariella.
Never leave the house looking.
I'll probably do Friday's game. Kind of.
Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Batter up to a better way to money today at northwesternmutual.com. Well, getting a little tight here at American Family Field. Second home game on the schedule. It's 2-0 Brewers.
2-0 Brewers.
Pitcher into the deep end right here. After Uribe, his first outing of the year, and he takes over with 2 outs and 2 men on. Again, the rest of the bullpen picked him up in those 4 games that he was serving suspension. He needs 1 out to get through this 6th inning. Throws 100 with a good slider. Michael Garcia. Bob popping his bat. Big matchup here. First pitch is a slider for a
Slider for a
That's
strike.
right there, being able to land that breaking pitch for a strike. Garcia was bailing on that one, wasn't it? Buckled his knees. Uribe. Got a big arm. The 0-1. Another spinner.
Another spinner for a strike. Buckled his knees again.
He has been dialed into the game plan against these Royals. You know Uribe wants to come in throwing gas right now. He's been sitting out all this time. And he throws another one that just missed. Could have been.
Oh boy.
Boy, if he can land that pitch consistently this year, he's going to have a big year. Hitters are gone. I mean, Garcia was out of that box. Sitting on a fastball, you would think.
He's thinking dead red piece of teeth.
2. And that one at 99.
99.
It was a ball. He gives him 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men aboard. 2-0 Brewers lead. And that one is a fastball, got him. Garcia never took the bat off his shoulder. A strikeout for Uribe. His first outing of the season. And he delivers a big strikeout to end the 6th.
Right. Put sit down, Sonny.
There's a reason they don't call them thing bikes, am I right? Yeah. Because of dirt bike.
Gas stations.
You gotta start at the top and work your way down. You want me to do yours next? Oh, you're from Oklahoma.
They have to fill the silence.
The bathroom code's 9914.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
We are lovers of yachts. Where others see chores, we see a chance to make our little slice of paradise more paradisey. That's why we only use professional grade Echo Power. Built to take on that janky limb, those knee-deep leaves, and that overgrown Prunus loricerasis. And any yard worth doing is worth doing well. We are Yarders.
This is the legendary idea. You just can't control the tough stories. And if you have one, you probably got a story to tell it. Here's the 50 years military.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Altercation last year cost him 4 games. He never served that suspension to Uribe as Marcana takes over at first base. So that is why today was his season debut. And Uribe gets a big strikeout to win the inning. Brewers still lead 2-0. Yelich, Contreras, and Frelick coming up here. As Michael Lorenzen pitches in his 6th inning. He has settled in here. He's retired 7 in a row since he allowed the 2 runs back.
Hey, come on over from the Pete McDivitt show. I know it's starting in 15 minutes.
Grunting his way through this start for Lorenzen, his first start of the season.
And he's a pitcher now. When he was a reliever with the Cincinnati Reds, he was just a thrower. He just threw as hard as he could, as long as he could out of the bullpen. Using all of his pitches pretty effectively tonight.
Had plenty of options this offseason and decided to sign as a free agent. Liked his time in Kansas City last year, and why wouldn't he? Good young club, playoff caliber team. Three and two the count on Yelich.
3-2.
And good take, ball 4.
Ball 4. Yelich walked.
To chase the changeup.
Started him out 0-2. And Yelich able to take some good pitches and draws a leadoff walk. Good bat by Yelich.
Matt Potrero going through the lineup card here. Bullpen's quiet for now for the Royals. And Contreras fouls it back. This is the moment for the Brewers offense here. Chance to have a little space between the two teams. 2-run second. You're in the middle of your order. And the starting pitcher that the manager's trying to sneak one more inning out of. Good pitch there, and Contreras out in front.
Yep, 84 pitches so far tonight for Lorenzen. He's had a good night after tonight, except for that 3rd inning.
Let's skip by Perez, and Yelich on his way to second.
Yelich on his way to second.
And speed at second and scoring position now. Spiked it.
Yep, slider. I think close. Perez not sure how to get that glove. Fingers down a little bit easier on that. Hit the glove, hit the leg, then Yelich at second base.
1-2. Contreras takes the ball. William looking for his first RBI of the year. Got a chance here. And you can see he's got right field on his mind.
Yeah.
That is best. I'm trying to pull the baseball.
It does feel like he's tinkering a little bit at the plate. Sam Long is the lefty just now getting loose.
Long getting loose for the Royals.
2 more batters before Long is ready. Yelich a leadoff walk. Goes to second on a wild pitch. And Lorenzen deals it in the dirt.
I gotta do it.
They get to the count.
2-2 the count.
Both hitters this inning. Yeah, 0-2 on first two hitters. Full count to Yelich. He walked him. Let's see what happened to with Contreras.
2-2 the count. Marks. Kicks. Payoff pitch.
Contreras lays off. Takes ball 4.
He walked him.
Another good take. These pitches are balls, but they're just off the plate. Yelich and Contreras showing good command of the strike zone. Back-to-back walks. Sets up the Brewers here. And going to be a visit from Brian Sweeney, terrific Royals pitching coach. And might be trying to buy a little time for his left-hander Long with Sal Frelick coming up.
How about a time in the game right now? How about Jim Sparr and Perry DeSheen? If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's talking courtesy of the Tavern League, Wisconsin, and Miller Lite. Say hello to all our friends in Prairie DeSheen.
So Sweeney has had his say. Lorenzen will be allowed to stay to face Sal Frelick. So I think Long said he was ready to come in. But Matt Cotrero is going to ride it out with Lorenzen as Long continues to throw. Say that 3-batter rule changed a lot in the game. It was almost a no-brainer at this point. Yeah. Before that rule came up where you have to face 3 batters, you would almost always have a matchup lefty in a spot like this.
Yeah, one hitter, then bring right-hander in.
The decision is as much about the next hitter than it is the hitter at the plate. But this is a spot where Frelick knows he's got to make him pay for it. Matchups in his favor. A tiring starting pitcher. And 2 runners aboard here with nobody out. It's 1-2. And it's up and away.
Trying to make that perfect pitch once he gets ahead in the count. Has not yet been able to do it.
2-2 to Frelick. Yelich and Contreras ready to run. Frelick tracks it in all the way. That was close.
That was close.
3-2 the count. It was an awkward catch by Perez here. He kind of smashed it down. He waited on it, and it looked a lot better than he received it. Lorenzen had Yelich 0-2, Contreras 0-2, and then Frelick 1-2. But now it's full again.
Now it's full again.
Frelick takes a ball.
That's ball 4, damn it.
Drop the change up in there. And a good one.
Come on, Blue.
It's a gutsy pitch. A change up in that situation. Just barely in the strike zone. Looked like it was in. Perez did a much better job framing that pitch than the one before.
First out of the inning. And now Reese Hoskins. Lutzenberg to the at-bat on Hoskins now with 2 on. Hoskins back up the middle.
Hoskins back up the middle.
And now he's going to try to score. Here comes a throw. Offline.
Offline. 3 to zip. Brewers. Atta boy, crew.
Christian Yelich, you know, he's going to shorten up the distance between second and
We're not true.
Put the ball found on the throw in from the outfield.
We're not.
Yelich going back to make sure it goes through. This fella has the ball before Yelich is able to third base.
But he's able to score. I think Yelich was surprised. Jason Lane set to renew the arm in the outfield. An Army can take advantage of. That'll be scored as an E8 to get Contreras to third. Brewers have a lead, and the Royals make a pitching change.
Royals make a pitching change.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, every day. Meet Jonathan Thompson, an award-winning international travel writer on a mission to discover the world's most dynamic adrenaline-fueled destinations. From once-in-a-lifetime outdoor adventures to local traditions and cultures, Jonathan will immerse you in the most vibrant metropolitan areas. Elevate your senses, ignite your wanderlust, and let the journey begin as he explores the world's best adventure cities.
For every Brewers RBI this season, the Northwestern Mutual Foundation has funded 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers are proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Reese Hoskins with a big ribby right there. RBI single. Sam Long is the new Kansas City pitcher. And Vinny Capra will pinch hit for Oliver Dunn. There are the numbers on Sam Long, partner.
Yeah, he's up to kind of a rough start. He's given up runs in each of his first 2 appearances. 5 runs in all.
Big chopper to short.
Big chopper to short.
They get the out at second. They don't get it at first. And Capra drives in a run. Makes it
Capra drives in a one.
Fielder's choice and an RBI for Vinny.
RBI for Vinny.
Hit hard enough to turn 2, so the Brewers able to execute nicely here in the inning, able to plate a couple of those walks to start the inning. Not even close at first base.
No.
Over at first 2 outs, here's Joey Ortiz. Bouncing ball right to Canna. He'll take it to the back to end the inning. But the Brewers have a productive 6th inning. It started with 2 walks. Key hit by Hoskins. Capra with an RBI as well. And it's 4-0 Milwaukee as we go to the 7th.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the
Well, folks.
What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUV.
Right now, lease a 2025 RAV4 for $369 a month, or lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $549 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I just opened a checking account at Old National Bank, earned a $650 bonus.
I only got the 7.
Boom. Boom. Yeah, I'll probably get around to it. Wow. Everyone's getting a bonus.
There's Bell, India, and West.
Get on this bonus thing.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities.
Boom.
Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
Check it out. Pizza Hut's rippable, dippable, cheesy bites pizza and ranch lovers flight with 3 flavors is a game changer. With 28 cheesy filled bites, everyone's gonna be dunking it. The cheesy bites pizza and new ranch lovers flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Master anything with the fastest wireless speeds from Spectrum.
The seventh inning is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Here's Hoskins with a key RBI, the second RBI of the season. And it's 4-0 Brewers as we go to the seventh. And
Oh, nothing, Bulls.
Uribe then unleashed the fury on these Royals. Turned into a breaking ball pitcher trying to get out of the sixth inning. Finally struck out Garcia with a fastball.
See that two-seam fastball? 99 miles an hour with that kind of movement.
One ball, one strike on Kyle Isbell. Hard hit ball right at Terang. Bobbles, recovers, makes the play. And Uribe has retired his first two batters face, and we send it down to Sophia.
It was a whirlwind season for Abner Uribe last year. Remember, the Brewers were without their all-star closer, Devin Williams. So it was Abner who was the closer at the beginning of the season, including on opening day, the home opener. He converted his first couple save appearances, had 3 and 14 relief appearances, then had that scuffle with the Rays at the end of April. And then when he was down in Nashville, he was actually suffered a torn meniscus in a very unusual way. He was playing hacky sack with one of his Nashville Sounds teammates and just felt a pop in the knee, resulted in the torn meniscus, and then the knee surgery that took him out for the rest of the season. But Abner used that time to work on his English, and he showed up to spring training this year, guys. He's able to do full interviews and conversations in English. That was something he was not able to do a year ago. Spent a lot of time on it, diligent about it, listening to music and movies in English. It was really remarkable to see the progress that he made showing up to spring training this season.
He said, what are we in 1984 again? Probably good hat out there. Yeah, that was even before my time. It's great. Sophia chronicled that story in spring training too, and he's so proud of the fact that he took the time.
Yeah.
And it is amazing these players who English is a second language to spend the time to learn the language, and it was important to him. I give him so much credit. All of them that do it. It's not an easy thing. He looks good. He's got clothes around.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, it's enough to play at this level and even get through the minor leagues, let alone try to understand the culture and the language. If they're able to do it, organizations help them out too.
Sophia is bilingual, and these guys use her as a resource quite a bit as well. So half swing with, that's a fair ball. Haas pounces on it, and Uribe
Haas pounces on it.
Through the Kansas City Royals. 4 batters face, 4 up, 4 down, a strikeout, and 3 ground ball outs.
3 up, 3 down.
Texas was feeling
Marcus,
stuck.
Twang, and Cheerio.
Was having a
9-1-2 for the Brewers.
And get the most money back every time. Now this is Texas.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your life. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we are at our best, we have more to offer the world around us. When we have the food we need, our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
The seventh inning and game summary is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Eric Haas got it started offensively with a home run in the third. Chad Patrick, a spot starter here tonight, pitched a beautiful game. 4 2/3, no runs, struck out 5.
You got to give Eric Haas a lot of credit getting him through those 5 4 2/3 innings. Called a beautiful game, able to calm him down. I mean, the familiarity between those two guys down in the minors last year, boy, that had to help.
Brewers scored twice in the third. Yelich also had an RBI in that inning after the Haas home run. And just added 2 in the sixth. Hoskins and Vinny Capra with runs batted in. 4-0 Milwaukee.
4-0 Brewers.
In the home seventh.
Home seventh.
Churio coming up. Powerball leaderboard. He's on the board. Eric Haas has his first.
Peace.
Now the first home run of the season. Joining Capra and Bowers in Terrain. Capra had the first homer of the year. It was on opening day at Yankee Stadium.
Did you have those guys on the home run leaderboard at this point?
I did have Vinny Capra hitting the first home run of the season.
Yeah, okay.
I did. I got proof.
Really?
Yeah, well, I get caught up in a family group chat. It was Tim Hobart, our buddy Tim Hobart.
Yeah.
So apparently the Hobarts, they have a family chat. There's like 12 of them. And they always choose who the first home run of the year is. Well, they thought it'd be good if I gave my expert opinion. And I said, Vinny Capra.
Did you win anything?
To be determined. I think it does come with prizes. Maybe that black and white TV with the rabbit ears, new grill, Magnum. Don't need a new grill.
Now then he stretched out a piece. Eric Haas stretched out. I wanted to see what he did.